Chet Holmgren.
Ralph Sampson.
Chet Holmgren.
Ralph Sampson.
Chet Holmgren.
Ralph Sampson.
Isaiah Jones, 1 second
Alexander
on the clock.
Isaiah Jones, one of the most dangerous ones.
Sampson
looking. Holmgren's got it.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons, we bridge a 40-year gap comparing two versatile big men.
This Twin Tower was also a bridge between eras, connecting the old-school center to the new-age hybrid.
Despite an early injury that delayed his career, this Gonzaga unicorn has met the storm of expectations with poise and production.
These two challenge what a 7-footer in the NBA could be, possessing rare coordination for their size and moving with the fluidity of a guard.
We are excited to present to you Chet Holmgren and Ralph Sampson. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ben.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
What's going on? Welcome back to NBA Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons, the podcast where the legends of the past meet the stars of today. I'm Uriah, and every week we break down the careers of NBA stars, highlighting basketball moments that bridge generations.
That's right. Whether it's Wilt Chamberlain or Victor Wembanyama, Penny Hardaway versus SGA, or Luka Doncic versus Larry Bird. We dig into the styles, stats, and stories that make these comparisons more than just barbershop talk.
We go beyond the box score, looking at how eras shape greatness, how the game evolves, and why certain players feel like reflections of each other decades apart.
And if you think our free comparison episodes grabbed your attention, wait until you check out our Patreon page. Patreon members get access to bonus episodes like our Legends of the Game comparisons, Mount Rushmore debates, and even behind-the-scenes content. Also, join the exclusive community of diehard NBA fans so you can vote on future comparisons. You can even chime in and ask us questions that we'll answer on the show.
So whether you're an old-school fan who grew up on VHS highlights or a Gen Z hoophead who lives for League Pass, NBA Now and Then brings both worlds together.
Visit NBANowandThen.com today and join our journey as a paid supporter of our comparison efforts.
All right, here we are, guys. We have another great comparison. Two centers who could do a little bit of everything. But before we get into the different segments, let's talk about why we are comparing these players. I want to go to Lucas first. Why are we comparing Chet Holmgren to Ralph Sampson?
When we think of tall guys in the NBA, you think of like when the NBA first started, you think of George Mikan as like a really skinny guy, but couldn't really move, was almost kind of awkward in some ways. But these guys are the opposite of that. They're very fluid in their motions. They have mobility for size. Despite their, lanky frames, they're actually very fluid and almost run like guards on the floor in certain aspects.
Yeah, for their size, they can definitely move. I agree, Lucas. What about you, Ben?
I'm going to talk about these guys were big prospects coming out of high school, college, top prospects. They didn't know who was going to be the number one pick between him or Paolo going in, so he was the second pick, and same with Ralph Sampson. And these guys just dominated in college. Chet only played a year, but that was all they needed.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Chet Holmgren in Sports Illustrated. I don't recall him being on the cover. Maybe you guys can correct me, but I know Ralph Sampson graced the cover of Sports Illustrated 3 or 4 times while he was at UVA. So,
and that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal back in the day. Maurice, you chime in, sir.
Both of them went to a franchise and they immediately started winning. Ralph Sampson's third year, the Houston Rockets beat the LA Lakers in the conference championship, went to the finals against the Celtics. And Chet Holmgren's second season with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they win it all.
Yeah, they both definitely had an impact early in their careers, playing alongside two MVP caliber players. Obviously, Hakeem Olajuwon with the Rockets and SGA with the Thunder. So I just want to say that I agree with what you guys said about the reasons why we're comparing these two players. I look at it as like versatility. I also look at their intelligence over brute strength because so many other centers have more muscle mass and can probably dominate a little more inside. However, they both are good rim protectors. They both at some point in their careers faced doubts about their durability. And we know Ralph Sampson, his career was cut short way too early.
Yeah.
What's crazy, though, about this comp, guys, is Sampson kind of foreshadowed what the league would one day crave, which is a big man that could do it all. And we see that obviously with Chet, and we see it in Victor Wembanyama. That being said, are you guys ready for this comparison?
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it.
First quarter. Background.
All right, it's time to talk about Cheddar. But before he got that nickname, he was born Chet Thomas Holmgren on May 1st, 2002 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His father, Dave Holmgren, a former 7-foot college player. Well, do you guys know where he played?
I mean, he's a 7-footer, so he has to be at least D2. Can you give us a hint?
Played where he was born, where Chet was born.
This is all you, Lucas.
Why is this all me? I'm on the IR right now. Come on now.
I did give you a hint. He was born in Minnesota, so
I'm going to say University. I'm going to say University of Minnesota. Then.
All right, Ben.
That's Sam.
Same, and Maurice.
Minnesota.
Wow, it took you a long time to agree with that. Is it because it's Lucas?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, this is Lucas's flu game, so you know
What
the flu game. Yeah, he's starting off strong.
I'll be a
so you guys are right. So his dad played for the University of Minnesota. Recognizing his son's potential, Dave began documenting Chet's progress with a camcorder. You guys remember the camcorders before cell phones?
My dad recorded me in high school with a camcorder.
Old school.
I actually
can we share those? Can we break those out?
We need to get that footage.
You know, they're in the closet, and if somehow I could learn to upload them to the internet, that is a decent possibility.
We will figure that out.
Yes,
we'll definitely figure that out.
Yes.
I actually did have a flu game in middle school, though. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 6 blocks. Just saying.
So you're recreating that moment through this podcast.
6 blocks.
I was 5'8" in middle school, and most of the kids that we were playing against had not. Their point guard was their tallest player, and he was like 5'6". So you know,
look at you.
I feasted a little bit,
beating up on the.
Hey, you play
like they're too small. Too small.
Okay.
Middle school was completely like who hit puberty first.
That is very
so
accurate.
true, bro.
Yes,
I was terrible in middle school. I was like 5'1", 5'2". Yeah, it's terrible.
We got to break out all this footage somehow. I got some.
I don't have middle
too.
school footage, but like I said, I had one of those digital tape cameras. Not even a SD card, just one of those digital tape ones.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely old school. So as I was saying, Chet's dad was capturing pivotal moments that would later highlight Chet's development. In 6th grade, Chet enrolled at Minnehaha Academy, a private Christian school in Minneapolis. There he became teammates with what future NBA player? Ben, do you know who he played middle school with?
Minnesota.
I think I got a spicy pick for this one.
I know that like Cam, Paige Buchers, and Jalen Suggs are all like tight. I know that they're all like. I don't know though. I'm gonna. It's gonna be some like G League guy that's like a 2-way guy.
Nah. I'm gonna guess everybody's favorite former Sixer, Isaiah Joe.
No, he's from Arkansas. He's from the South.
No. Is it Kason Wallace?
No, I honestly, Ben, you are the closest. You actually mentioned him. It's Jalen Suggs. All right, over under. Who can guess Chet Holmgren's growth spurt when he was in 8th grade?
Ooh.
Over under 5 inches.
Over.
Oh, it's over.
Over.
It's over.
Over.
You guys over? Man, you guys are on fire. He had a
this guy probably got.
Spurt.
He looks like the type of guy that would get stretch marks from his growth spurt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I could see that.
I got stretch marks from my growth spurt.
Wait, so let's before we even go any further, how tall is Chet? Is he 7'1"?
He's 7'1".
He's 7'1".
7'1". At least, yeah.
I had to check because
he actually looks him against Wemby. He's closer probably to 7'2". He's like Joel's height. He's like not that much shorter than Wemby.
You had to check because after Wemby,
that's part of the reason why they hate each other so much.
I don't think they hate each
No,
other.
it has nothing to do with that. I'm just playing.
Nah.
It's Team USA stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
After Wemby, we had to check and see the height.
Chet's probably one of the only guys in the league that could guard him, if you think about it.
So by ninth grade, Chet Holmgren had grown to 7 feet tall, and his
Ooh.
basketball prowess was undeniable. He played a pivotal role in Minnehaha Academy state championships, and he earned recognition as the top high school recruit in the class of 2021. You guys want to hear a quick quote from his high school coach?
Sure.
So Lance Johnson said, quote, "I don't know how many schools out there that ever got the opportunity to have a 7-footer who can handle the ball, who shoots, who has a great attitude, who works hard, and who you don't have to worry about in the classroom. He is very unique." So Chet's combination of skill, size, and versatility drew national attention, leading him to a commitment to Gonzaga University. Anything stand out to you, Maurice, about Chet growing up in Minnesota?
Well, I'm pretty sure he stood out just for being tall. Besides that, good coaching and just a good program where he was at to help him develop into the player he is going into college.
Yeah, Minnehaha Academy. I never heard of it until I literally read it on my screen.
If you'd have
And
told me that,
to
I
know
would have been
that-
like, that's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Yeah, the fact that they have Jalen Suggs as part of that alma mater is pretty cool. Ben, what stands out to you?
I think I know a lot about this story. I'm pretty sure Jalen Suggs going there the year before. They were teammates is why he went to Gonzaga. Like, it's a big reason why. So it makes sense. Minnesota, like, geographically, it's up there. Like, it's obviously the Midwest, but at least it's like really far north,
Right.
with Washington. So yeah, I believe he went there. I'm sure Jalen Suggs had a lot to do with it.
I would say for me, first off, the name Minnehaha Academy is probably the most unique high school name that we have uttered on this podcast.
Dude, you said it 10 times better than me, and I've said it 8 times already. Some words you knock out the park. Minnehaha.
Well,
Can I just dub
trust me,
your
I wanted
voice
to
over
laugh
mine?
most of the time that you said that. So, you know.
Minnehaha.
But that and the fact that you got to think about this. This guy was going through puberty, not just going through puberty, like, and everybody knows puberty sucks, but he was doing it while growing. Oh my! When you said he was 7 foot in ninth grade, I said, and I don't know if you heard me, but I was like, his bones.
Yeah.
Like, you could imagine the amount of stress that did on his body. No wonder he's been injured the first couple of seasons of his career.
Yeah, that's always a risk when you're that tall. The comparison, he was injury prone, so yeah.
All right, so let's get to Gonzaga. His college career, we know, was pretty short, but it was spectacular. Standing 7 feet tall with the skills of a guard, Holmgren redefined what a college big man could be. He was 195 pounds when he was at Gonzaga, guys. 195.
Well, those were the days.
That is insane how thin he was. However, during the 2021-22 season, he did average 14 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 3.7 blocks per game, anchoring a Gonzaga team that spent much of the year ranked number 1 in the nation. His presence transformed the Bulldogs' defense into a wall of length and timing, while his shooting touch and ball handling gave their offense a modern twist. His game blended finesse and ferocity. He would swat a shot on one end and then glide down court for a pull-up 3 on another. Every possession seemed like a chance for him to defy convention, a reminder that basketball's evolution was alive and well in Spokane. So you guys want to hear a quick quote from Mark Few, his coach?
Yeah.
Coach Mark Few says about Chet, he's got a competitive spirit that burns in him. He wants to win every drill, every possession, every game, and he does it while making everyone around him better. That season, Gonzaga finished with a 28-4 record, including a 13-1 mark in the West Coast Conference play. Does anybody know how his team did in the NCAA tournament?
If I remember that year, I think they got bounced either in the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16. It was one of those two.
Yeah, I want to say Sweet 16 as well.
I'm going to say second round, 32.
All right, that was for Maurice and Lucas. They lost in the Sweet 16, and they lost to, get ready, Lucas, you mentioned him earlier. I don't know if it was on purpose, but they lost to Arkansas.
Hey, Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if Isaiah Joe was on that 2021 team, but
No.
he lost to Arkansas. Though his time lasted in college one season, Holmgren left behind the impression of a player who didn't just play the game, he stretched its limits. Chet entered his name into the 2022 NBA draft, where he was selected by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
With the second pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Chet Holmgren from Gonzaga University.
Chet Holmgren, famous for that camcorder. Dad David, Mom Sarah Harris. By the way, Dad played ball, 7 feet tall, went on a visit to Houston when Hakeem Olajuwon was there. He later would go to Minnesota. Bad knees were the problem, but right now, Chet Holmgren, you're going to corn.
Yesterday, you told me you like to stay 2 feet in the moment. You wouldn't even look ahead to the possibility of tonight. Now that you're here, describe what's going through your mind.
Everything. It's a mix of 1,000 emotions, and yet I have 0 words to explain it. This is, everything I've looked forward to for a long time. OKC Thunder.
Your camera has become almost as famous as you, and so we got you this trophy because now as your son goes to the NBA, we wanted you to have this award as videographer of a lifetime because you probably got to retire your camcorder
I gotta give it to him.
at the NBA level. But Dave, you've watched your son grow and pour his time and energy into the game. When did you know that he could play at this level?
Oh, that was when I saw him making moves like a guard. They weren't polished, but they were there, and that was probably about 5th, 6th grade.
Dad Dave, Mom Sarah, Chet, congratulations. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me. Back to you, Kevin.
That was interesting. Interesting grab. There's a Houston reference there. There's the camcorder. So, Maurice, what do you think about Chet Holmgren at Gonzaga?
First of all, they had a really good team without pulling it up.
A guy on the Pacers. I already know it.
Yeah. Was it, what's his name?
He's Canadian.
Ben Mathurin?
Nope, the other Canadian.
Andrew Nembhard.
Nembhard?
Yeah, Nembhard. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a really good team. I just think it's really interesting that his dad was so tall. Then he played with Hakeem. So he just knows what big man basketball is. So he just passed that tutelage on to Chet, his son.
Yeah. Lucas, what about you? Anything at Gonzaga stand out?
I mean, look, he's from a small town in Minnesota. I mean, not small town because he's from Minneapolis, but you know what I mean. Small town compared to the big cities. He goes to the biggest mid-major college of all college basketball, does pretty well there, comes to the NBA, and look, it's kind of like the generic small town kid story.
Yeah, definitely. Small town kid or small state compared to other big
and now
states.
he's in a small NBA market, one of the smallest.
Yeah, and he's thriving just like he did in Gonzaga. Ben, what stands out to you?
That Gonzaga team only making the Sweet 16 with Andrew Nembhard and Chet Holmgren, 2 really good NBA players, not able to kind of at least get to the Final Four.
I remember the hype around Chet. It was huge, and he was such a great college player. You just expected him to advance further than the Sweet 16.
There was a real conversation about him going number 1 to Orlando, except for the fact that Orlando wanted somebody that could do a little bit more scoring. Like they already had like the glue guy, and Chet wasn't really meant to be like a number 1 scorer. That's why he kind of just slid to number 2, despite the injury, because like he got injured in some pickup
early.
Game. Yeah,
and I think they were still high on Isaacs too. That was a big part of it.
Well,
Part of it, yeah.
And even with that said, though, he was projected to maybe go number 1 in the draft too. Remember, Paolo went first.
Well, I think it was he wasn't going to get past 2 because OKC was going to take him if he got to 2.
Yeah.
Imagine Paolo in OKC.
Ooh, that would be dangerous. That'd be crazy dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to switch over to the other side of the comparison. So now it's time to talk about Stick. But before he got that nickname, he was born Ralph Lee Sampson, July 7th, 1960 in Harrisonburg, Virginia. On the All the Smoke podcast, Ralph Sampson recalls the legacy of his grandfather and his uncles being in the military and also having a family farm. I thought that was interesting. By 9th grade, He was already 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Wow.
By the end of high school, Ralph Sampson was 7 feet 1 inch. This extraordinary height became his signature trait. So he started Harrisonburg High averaging over under. How many points did he average his senior year? Over under 37 points a game. Lucas.
Well, considering the high school games are only 36 minutes per game, I'm going to probably say under.
All right, Ben.
32, I think. They're 8-minute quarters, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say over.
All right. And
I gotta go
Maurice.
over. I gotta go under on that one.
All right. Ben, you get the first of the day. It was under. He averaged 30 points, but check this out. 19 rebounds a game.
I believe that.
Yeah,
And
you're the
Luke-
tallest dude on
and-
the court. Yeah,
And 7 blocks.
I also believe that.
tallest dude on the court.
Before going to college, which is nuts.
It's like Victor Wembanyama numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like Lucas at playing at his high school? Kids were like
Middle
5
school.
feet
Yeah,
one.
middle school.
Middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah. I mean, look, I stopped growing at 5'10", so I got outsized very quick in high school.
That's
that
where
being
that,
said,
that's where the Dirk Nowitzki game came from. You was just tall.
The Dirk Nowitzki game. You
Look.
remember that. You remember a lot of stuff.
Just
Maurice.
picture you dominating like 4'11" kids, just cruising on.
I mean,
Fading away.
I would say more like 5'2",
Getting every
5'4",
rebound, 5'9", yeah.
Doing
Yeah,
the
a
was
little
it the
bit.
black tornado?
Yeah.
Lucas doing the black tornado on like
That's what
boards,
school was like,
kids
though. I know
in
Lucas
second
is
grade.
It was
Grabbing
literally
boards
the
like
kids who were
Moses
like
Malone.
a foot tall, the other ones that were just
Yeah.
like Shaq out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I probably was played my game closer to Dirk because I liked the mid range if I wasn't posting
Yeah.
up.
Notice how Lucas is an easy target when we record. You know why? Because Lucas loves to share.
Yeah,
He
does.
shares stuff from his childhood. It's like, let's
Listen,
get him.
We are going to find this video. We will post
We
it
have
on
to find the
social
video.
media.
It's at my house. All you
We'll
guys
find it.
got to do is come down here to visit. And hey, I know we've done wine episodes on this episode. This is wine country out here in Virginia.
All right, we'll
And
make
by
it
the
true.
way, I'm only about an hour and some change from Harrisonburg, Virginia, where our player played. Just saying.
Oh, well, that's a perfect way to get us back on track, Lucas. So, Ralph Sampson at Harrisonburg, he led the school to back-to-back state AA championships in 1978 and 1979. Regarded as arguably the most highly recruited high school athlete of his era, he drew nationwide attention. Surrounded by media buzz and scout pressure, he eventually surprised many by committing to the University of Virginia, his hometown school, and an unexpected choice over powerhouse programs like Kentucky, Duke, etc. Did you guys hear the story of how Red Auerbach tried to get him to leave college early to play for the Celtics?
No, but I'm not surprised.
That sounds like tampering.
You guys never heard this?
No.
Oh, this is a good one. This is like a Don Nelson hiding Dirk in the basement story. Get ready for this. So, in an interview, again, this is all the smoke, Ralph Sampson recalls how the famous Celtics icon visited his home and he put a briefcase on the kitchen table. How much money do you think was in that briefcase? Over, under $500,000.
Over.
Exactly 500.
Oh, look at you. And Lucas.
I'm going to go with Maurice on that. That's probably a good catch.
Okay. Ben, you said over, right? All right. You've redeemed yourself, sir.
Really?
He had, Red Auerbach took a suitcase with $1 million in it.
Isn't that tampering?
Hey, this was the 80s, right? Who's going to...
Also, can you imagine if Ralph was on the same team as,
Larry Bird,
Kevin McHale?
But wait, Lucas, here's the thing. Get ready. If he had accepted and left Virginia early to play with the Celtics, that means Kevin McHale does not get drafted by the Celtics.
Yeah, he was one of them.
So that changed the course of history. All right, despite his athletic prowess, Sampson was shy and reserved. His height made him self-conscious in social settings. His career at the University of Virginia from 79 to 83 is considered one of the most dominant in college basketball history. Standing at 7 feet 4 inches tall, Sampson was known for combining his size, agility, and skill in a way that few big men did at the time, similar to Chet Holmgren at Gonzaga. During his 4 years, Sampson led Virginia to national prominence. They reached the Final Four in 1981, where they lost to, anybody know?
You said, what year was it? 82?
81.
It wasn't NC State.
Was it Indiana?
It was ACC. It was in Indiana.
Okay.
Oh, 81 was
Duke?
North Carolina.
It was. Very good. Yep.
Yeah.
In 1981 Final Four, they lost
It was
to
a
North
freshman.
Carolina. And consistently, they ranked among the nation's top teams. He was a defensive force and an excellent rebounder and shot blocker. He finished his career with averages of 16.9 points per game, scoring 11.4 rebounds, over-under blocks per game, over-under 5.
Go over.
All right.
Over.
I'm going to go
Over?
under.
All right,
I'm gonna go
Lucas,
under.
this is for you.
Thank
It's
you.
under. Yeah, 5
Come on,
is
guys.
really out there. He averaged 3.5 blocks per game. He did leave Virginia as one of the most decorated college players ever and was selected first overall in the 1983 draft by the Houston Rockets.
The Houston Rockets select Ralph Sampson, University of Virginia.
Sampson the trailer. Beautiful. To Sampson.
So let's go with Lucas first.
Like, you got to think about that. This is like post civil rights. This is post, like, he grew up in Virginia. He dealt with, well, like, I'm sure at some point in time, he probably dealt with some type of racial diversity.
He definitely did. On All the Smoke, he talked about it.
Yeah. And going to the biggest school in the state, dominating there.
Yeah.
And then, wanting, I suspect that if he had the choice, he probably wanted to play for the Wizards because it's close to home. If I had to take a guess, I don't know. I'm just guessing based off of his college choice. But then he goes all the way to Houston, Houston just got over the Elvin Hayes era. So
yeah,
they just lost Moses Malone.
Malone era.
Moses Malone, Elvin Hayes were overlapping, but yeah, both were great Rockets players.
Ben, what stands out to you, UVA?
Athlete from Virginia that stands out, stayed local. That's what stands out. That was kind of a thing back then. So it's kind of cool to see, like, he stayed at University of Virginia. You just think about ACC in the 80s, just dominated. It was 80s and 90s, the ACC. That's what it kind of makes me reflect on the past.
Yeah, he stayed all 4 years. Had he left and played with the Celtics, that would have changed Celtic history as well as Houston history because, like was mentioned before earlier with Maurice, as soon as he got to the Rockets, he and Hakeem just went on this tear. He was a heavily touted player. People had high expectations, and he met them until he started getting injured.
He wouldn't have been as much usage in Boston. They had more talent around him. Depth. They had more depth. So it would have been interesting to see if that would have affected his career. You're right. That's an interesting what if.
Well, next episode of What Ifs, right?
There you go.
Right.
We'll do what if.
Right.
Okay, I'm done my segment. I'm ready to give the ball to Lucas. Are you ready to receive, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Halliburton fake strides back up top. McConnell. Toppin aggressive, goes inside. Blocked by Holmgren. Rejects it out of bounds. Still Pacer ball. Excellent defensive play.
Has gone double big, and he can do it because Obi and Bryant are on the floor. So what does the double big give you? Chet, we said we had to feel you at the rim tonight.
Good hands from Nesmith once again on the offensive board. Strides inside. Blocked by Holmgren. Wallace comes the other way. Payson Wallace takes a bump back. Kenrich Williams banks it home. Jalen Williams, nice feed, and Holmgren the finish and a foul. Boy, Jalen Williams does a great job on the run finding the open man.
Season long, first time All-Star. This guy never touches it with the right hand, just off the left dribble to the pocket of Chet. That is phenomenal.
All right, so those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Chet is 7'1", 213 pounds right now. He is 23 years old. He's entering his third season of play, fourth season in the NBA, and he's worn number 7 his whole time. You know, this is going to be the first comparison ever where I do the rookie year of both players. Because while Chet's probably having a better season this year, he's only 4 games into it, and I don't want to, overstep that right now. So we're just going to leave that alone.
Yeah. Yep.
We're going to leave that alone and just look at the seasons that he has completed. So we're going to go with the rookie season where he averaged 16.5 points, 7.9 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.6 steals, 2.3 blocks, 1.6 turnovers, 2.4 fouls, while shooting 53% from the field, 37% from 3, and 79.3% from the foul line. So any takeaways from that?
Yeah, I want to assume that his rookie season was on low volume overall. You got to keep in mind, I'll mention it during my section with teammates, the Thunder were a really good team, a really deep team. So they didn't ask for Chet to do much, especially his rookie year.
They just wanted him to stay healthy. He did play 82 games that season.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Didn't know it was 82. That's kind of the most shocking.
Yeah.
Pretty high efficiency for a rookie, I would say. A rookie big, that's impressive. I mean, technically his second year, but 53, that's pretty high efficiency.
So he shot 11.5 shots per game and almost 4.5 threes per game.
Yeah. Well, when he's so tall and he's so skilled, I think, Ben, his efficiency is going to be, I think it's going to be streamlined.
Like, who's going to be the same shot?
Yeah. And it's going to, actually, he's getting better. I think I peeked at his stats. I think his 3-point shooting is up over 43%.
Yeah,
now.
It's 41.7% as of the first 4 games of the season.
It is a really nice shot.
For a 7'1" dude, that's not too bad.
No, not at all. No triple doubles for this guy. Let's go to the career highs. Career high in scoring. Over under 35 points.
With SGA on there and all those other guys, I don't know. I think I'll go under.
What about you, Ben?
Over.
Maurice?
I'm going to go over as well.
Okay. Uriah, this is for you.
Dang. 2 thumbs down.
It's 36. It's 36. That's fair. So, I do want to note. Are you done? Are you done? Can I go?
You didn't have to give me 2 thumbs down, buddy. You could have just gave me 1.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I forgive you.
Okay, cool. So, just, we talk about the stretch big. He made a career high 6 3-pointers in a single game. Pretty impressive to me, honestly. 17 rebounds as a career high, 7 assists, 3 steals, over under 6 blocks as a career high.
I'll go over.
I'm gonna go over.
I think it's 7.
So it is over, and it is a career high 8 blocks that happened on December 16th, 2023. Didn't even rank at the top that season, which is crazy to me.
Wow.
It is important to note, and it happened against, why is it not telling me here? Sorry, I had it in my notes. Oh, the Denver Nuggets. So against Jokic's team.
Okay.
Pretty impressive. He had 17 points, 11 rebounds in that game as well. Any thoughts on that? 8 blocks, that's a lot.
We're in this era now, and this is a good comparison physically because the 2 of them are just, should I say, alien-like. We just did an episode with Wembanyama. He's an alien. Alien-like guys who just have this long arms, long legs, 7 foot, whatever, and they can do anything they want on the court. And those stats are just going to go through the roof of the next, I would say, 10 years, because you're getting all these giants coming into the league now. That's just going to break every record.
Yeah,
it's crazy to see.
We're starting to see remember the crazy block numbers we would see from 90s, the amount of quadruple doubles we'd see from David Robinson. Akeem's had a number of them. I think we're like entering that era again with, I know the game is more 3-point centric, but with Chet and Wemby, I think we'll see some quadruple doubles, or certainly triple doubles with
triple
blocks.
doubles.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Chet Holmgren is a rival for Wemby? You think that's going to be like a
absolutely. Yeah, I think Chet's going to have a year. This OKC team is so deep. I think they'll have a year, depending on who they lose in the next year or two, because they obviously have their 3 core.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that he'll have like a 25 and 12, like 4 block year. Like I think he'll be an MVP favorite at some point in his career. I just don't know how soon that'll be.
Listen,
look, you for the past 10 years, we essentially 10 years, 8 to 10 years, we've had the Jokic-Joel rivalry.
Right.
As we know, Joel. Well, I mean, we're talking.
It's been more Jokic
too. Yeah.
So
it's been
we're
Jokic
talking
Embiid.
about, like, these guys kind of remind me of that type of rivalry. Maybe not those style of players. I'm kind of thinking more of KG versus Dirk with these two, to be honest. I think that's probably a better rivalry comparison.
Yeah.
In terms of physical skills, But I think it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. But I am going to go who actually had the most blocks game in our next segment is not the player that we're talking about.
Listen, real quick. Absolutely is going to be a rivalry because if the San Antonio Spurs want to win a championship, they're going to have to go through the Thunder. And that's going to be a really good playoff series when it happens.
Yeah, and I'm with Maurice. We're starting to see it now. San Antonio's kind of ahead of schedule, but these two teams have just drafted and developed the best in the West. Mm-hmm. So, like, the timelines are pretty similar. Obviously, with SGA being 27, he's an MVP already. So he's going to set them a little bit apart from the Spurs. But, I mean, the Spurs have, like, with Castle and Harper and all those young guys,
something brewing down there.
Sohan, so they've drafted so well, just like OKC has.
Well, look at this, Ben. I think recently Wemby was in the news saying that watching Chet Holmgren win a title before him inspired him or motivated him to get even closer to his goal, which is to win a title.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead to the other player in this comparison, Ralph Sampson.
So the entry passes to Olajuwon are much too long.
Sampson hits from the baseline.
Sampson.
Ralph Sampson, Sigma with Milwaukee. Sigma playing great ball for the Bucks. Sampson hits the turnaround. Akeem now with 18 rebounds. Sampson hitting the sky hook. And the Rockets lead by 11, 74-63. There's a backup forward by Dick Motta in Dallas. Didn't get much playing time and now had a chance to shine. There's the lob pass.
Great defense.
Reed forced the shot. Winds up in the hands of Sampson, who hits the short hook. And Sampson now. Rebound. Lucas missed. Sampson ties the game. And Olajuwon level misses. He's in a shooting slump. Sampson with the offensive rebound and scores.
Wow, just hearing Brent Musburger, I think that's Brent Musburger, and Heinsohn, I think. And just you hear the crowd, it just takes me back to the 80s. And he mentioned Jack Sigma. Oh, my goodness. You guys know who Jack Sigma is, right?
I actually don't.
Throwback. Milwaukee Buck, he's like 7'2".
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no, it's okay. You had to reminisce. I get it. Anyway, so here are the numbers for Ralph Sampson. He is 7'4", 228 pounds, so actually pretty similar weight. He is 65 years old currently, and he has had 3 family members play in the NBA, one of which played as recently as last season. I'm not sure if they're currently in the NBA.
What?
Can anybody tell me who this player is? I'll even give you a hint. He played on a 2-way contract for Ben's favorite team at one point.
It was Ralph Sampson III, right?
Nope.
Jagar Sampson?
Nope. Ralph Sampson is one of the family members. Ralph Sampson III. There's 2 others. Okay, one of them was a cousin and the other one was a nephew. The nephew does not share the same last name.
Oh, okay.
You 2-way with the Sixers.
He, I believe, last year played for either
Tony Roden? Tony Roden?
Okay.
You
I'll
got
give you
close
the names. Jamal Sampson.
Okay.
Close.
Braxton Key.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Braxton
Completely
Key's
don't
his nephew.
remember.
It's okay. So anyway, he also played 9 seasons in the NBA. He wore number 50. Obviously, he played for the Rockets, but what other teams did he play for besides the Rockets? Played for 3 other teams.
I want to say one is Golden State.
Yep, one is Golden State.
Was it the Kings?
Kings is another one.
Okay, that's a good grab.
Hawks.
No. I'll give you that this team does not have the name that they used to have anymore.
Oh, the Nets.
No.
The Bullets.
Yes.
All right.
He played his last season in 91-92 with the Washington Bullets. He played 10 games.
All right.
Wow, didn't know that.
Well, you learn something new each day.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going with the 83-84 season, Ralph's rookie year. He averaged 21 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2 assists, 0.9 steals, 2.4 blocks, 4.1 fouls. That's actually a lot of fouls. In only 32 minutes a game, should note. He shot 52.3% from the field, 25% from the three-point line. Now, granted, I should note that during that season, he only attempted 4 three-pointers that season. So keep that in mind. But he also shot 66.1% from the foul line.
Yeah, I think Ralph Sampson was not a particularly good free throw shooter. I think Chet Holmgren is a really good free throw shooter.
He is a 66.1% foul shooter for his career. So
Chet's shooting like 88% or something. Something around there.
I mean, 21-11 as a rookie is incredible. I know he was probably 22. You were seeing those numbers a little bit more back in the day. Guys played a couple years of college instead of one and done.
It's funny how, Ben, if you research his game or watched him play, he didn't really have a signature move. Ironically, Maurice found the clip where he did a hook shot in the game, but that wasn't necessarily his thing. He actually was, like we said earlier, very mobile and could play like a guard, essentially, which is why we're comparing him to Chet.
No, I think he had like a low jumper. He had like a 10, 12-footer.
Definitely.
Yeah, he had a little elbow jumper, yeah.
This is the era before the 90s. This was another good era of centers. And for him as a rookie to come and play 20, put up 21 and 10, and you're playing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and other bigs at that time, Moses Malone on the other side on the Sixers. It's really impressive. Yeah. Really impressive. And this is the year before Hakeem got there. So, before the Twin Towers formed.
Yep.
How many triple doubles did this man have? Did he have 0, 1, or more than 1?
I think he has 6, 7, 6 or 7.
Oh my gosh.
Ben was excited because he knows what it means now. So I had to say 6 or 7. 6, 7.
I'll say 1.
You say 1?
Yeah.
You're right.
I'll say 2.
I said 6 or 7.
Okay, so the answer is Maurice is correct. It's 1.
1.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to career highs now. Career highs. Over under 40 points as a career high.
I'll go on. I'll take the under on that.
You take the under, Maurice?
I'll go under as well.
Ben?
I'll go under too.
You all get double thumbs down.
Jeez.
43.
43 points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Must have been the game when Hakeem wasn't there. Or maybe
it was actually Hakeem's first year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So made 1 3-pointer in his career. We talked about it with Chet, so I brought it up here. Over under or tied 25 rebounds as a career high.
I'm gonna say tied just because you said it.
Okay. You can make that choice.
I'm gonna say tied too because I think he did that. He's like double psychology going on.
Yeah.
No, I know
Maurice.
It's under.
Oh, no, you don't, because it was tied.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I can tell. There's a tell. Yeah.
Was it something he did with his eyes or something?
It was like he was trying to act.
There you go.
Hey, I got these.
It was good though. It was good though.
Only Ben could point that one out.
Clearly, it wasn't good because we saw right through
out
it.
Now I feel called out and ashamed of myself. All right. He had 9 assists as a career high. That's actually pretty impressive. 6 steals. Now, we said Chet's blocks, highest blocks per game was 8. Over, under, or tied with Chet's as a career high 8 blocks.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think it's over because you told us the assists, so it's got to be over.
It's got to be over.
Yeah, I think that was his triple double. Was the blocks?
It was the blocks. It was 13 blocks.
13.
But surprisingly, that was not the highest in NBA history. This game happened on February 14th, Valentine's Day. He was not showing the love, though, against the Denver Nuggets, the same team that Chet had his career high in blocks against.
What year?
1984. And just to put this into perspective, this is not the highest blocks in a game in NBA history. Okay? Now, there is somebody that has the highest blocks in game with 17. I'll even give you the year. I'll even give you the year if you... Huh?
It's got to be Manute Ball.
Just hear me out. The year was 1973.
All right, it was not Manute Ball.
No, it was not. Can you guess who this person was? I gave you the year and the total. You just got to guess the year.
Is it Wilt Chamberlain? I'll go Wilt Chamberlain.
73?
No,
he was done by then.
Oh, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You think it's Kareem? Okay,
yeah.
Maurice?
Lucky, off the top of my head, can I even think of a center from 1973? What's Unseld?
Actually, I'm going to change mine. I'm going to go Artis Gilmore.
Okay. You are all wrong. His name was Elmore Smith.
Elmore Smith?
I don't even know who that is, but that is what the internet is telling me. So
to look him up.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, 17. But still, Sampson's 13 ranks 10 in the top 10 of all times in blocks in a single game. So yeah, pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
He had also 11 turnovers in a single game as well. So anyway,
yeah, I can see
thoughts on that.
So I think what stands out to me is Lucas doing his Stuart Scott impression with the whole Valentine's Day, but he didn't show love to a team.
I wasn't trying to do.
It's like you wrote that just for this segment.
No, I literally
that.
came up with it on the spot. I came up with that on the spot.
You got skill, man. You got.
I appreciate that.
Making your way to the top. So honestly,
hopefully I can become improv, improv comic or something. That would be fun.
Yeah, we'll practice.
We'll see.
You'll practice
anyway.
So, I think the stats, the blocks is kind of cool to think about because he came in during an era where he's going up against, well, not Akeem because he was his teammate, but you had Robert Parrish, you had Kareem. Ewing was in the league in 85, so they squared off several times. It was just a big man's era. It's a completely different way they played the game, how they strategized. And I think had his career not been cut short, I would argue that he would have won a chip somewhere. It's a shame he didn't stay with Houston because they had made the finals and they played Boston of all teams. Just unfortunate that he couldn't hold up with his health.
Yeah.
Well, I did look up Elmore Smith. This guy was a shot blocker. The first year that they recorded shot blocking in the 73-74 season, he led the NBA in 4.9 blocks per game.
Wow.
Elmore Smith? What team did he play for again?
He's played for Buffalo, the Lakers, the Bucks, the Cavaliers. Never made an all-star team. Only was this all-rookie team and blocks champion in the first season that it was happening.
Sound like a journeyman.
Averaged 13 and 10 for his career.
Oh, not bad.
13,
so we got to do a comp. We got to do a comp for Elmore.
Incomplete stats on the blocks, but for the blocks that were recorded, 2.9 blocks.
Maybe he's the one. More. Maybe he's the comp for Mark Eaton. Anyway.
No. No, don't.
Lucas is he's hell-bent on this one comp, but anyway.
Anyway, so anybody else have any other thoughts on Ralph Sampson's stats before we move on?
For me, the 21-11 as a rookie is what stands out the most.
Yeah.
That he sort of, it's kind of a bummer. I guess he sort of regressed. Obviously, Akeem kind of took, so that's just a bummer. You don't see that too often.
Well, I don't think he regressed. I think it was just injuries, man. I mean, it really...
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, it made him regress, his injuries.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he wasn't Defensive Player of the Year.
That's a fair point.
That's actually a really good point. Now, I'm trying to look this up.
It might have been if I'm not mistaken, we're looking at Alvin Robertson, obviously.
If we're talking 83, 84.
Maybe Sidney Moncrief.
Okay, it was Sidney Moncrief.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Sidney Moncrief. And the award started at 82, 83. So there you go.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to give it to a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm done. Let's go to Ben.
All right.
Third quarter, accolades.
We got Minnesota Chet stepping in. Champion Minnesota Chet. So as we get Chet Holmgren mic'd up. Congratulations, Chet.
Congratulations, Chet. NBA champion Chet Holmgren. Looking at your championship ring.
Inflation, dog.
So, Chet, let's start with this Game 7 for you, right? We know how difficult this NBA Finals is, up and down, ebbs and flows, but you saved your best for last. 18 points, almost perfect from the field, 5 blocks as well. Take us through what you were feeling coming into this Game 7 and the way that you were able to perform.
Man, I just wanted to do whatever it took, whatever the team needed me to do to win the basketball game. And that's what we did. It wasn't always pretty all along. It's been so hard to get here, not only just in the finals, but, you know, we started training camp back in October. And we did all that just for this, and it's all worth it. I'm just so happy right now.
That is Chet Holmgren after the Oklahoma City Thunder won their last NBA championship only a few months ago. We all kind of know Chet because he was such a good high school player. He was, I think he was number 1 or 2 in his class.
Huge.
And yeah, he's always been like this 7'1" guy who can shoot, and he's got guard skills. That's kind of what you knew about Chet Holmgren. So he was a McDonald's All-American. He was Mr. Basketball, and this is all in 2021, Nike Hoot Summit. National High School Player of the Year. Wow. So he was the number 1 high school player.
Wow.
FIBA Under-19 World Cup MVP, and then they won the gold, the Under-19 team in Latvia, 2021.
Okay. I didn't know that.
All right, yeah. So I'm going to go into some college stuff because we sort of went through that, but just to show his stats. So he played for the West Coast Conference, and he was the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year. What other awards did Chet Holmgren win in the WCC?
Conference Player of the Year.
Conference Player of the Year. Keep going.
Defensive? You said defensive, right?
Yeah, he was Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow, did he win the Rupp Award or Naismith?
So he actually was he was on the all freshman team, and he was first team all WCC. He actually wasn't the player of the year though. He was newcomer of the year. I think his teammate got it. I think Andrew Nembhard might have been the WCC player of the year.
Wow. Freshman year one stands out. That makes sense.
This is a player that we forgot. So was it Andrew Nembhard? Did Andrew Nembhard win the player of the year that year?
In this conference?
Yeah.
Oh man,
2022.
No idea.
So this is why I wanted to mention it. It was Drew Timme near time.
Oh, that was
Timmy, that guy?
Timmy, I ain't talking
about. Yeah, so Timmy was on that team too. He was the player of the year. So Chet wasn't even like the number 1 option on his team.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So that team really underachieved by not, I would say, making a Final Four. Because Drew Timme, I think he was drafted. He's had to I see him in Summer League a lot when I go there. But anyway, so Chet did get All-American. Can you guess what team it was?
First team. Gotta be first team.
Okay. Maurice?
I'm going to say second team.
It is second team. You are correct.
Here you go, Maurice.
All right. So kind of what Lucas said, Chet Holmgren's only played a couple seasons. It would be almost nice to do this one next year. Maybe we'll come back to him because I feel like he's going to have a monster year this year in his 4th year, 3rd year playing. All right. So Chet Holmgren, did he win Rookie of the Year in 2024? So remember, he was a gap year. He was like Ben Simmons. He was injured his actual rookie year. So Paolo won it his actual rookie year.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So did he win it in 2024?
That was Wembanyama, right?
That was Wembanyama, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Wembanyama.
It's sort of when their rivalry started. But he was runner-up. He was on the NBA All-Rookie first team.
Wow.
And what's interesting about Chet and Wemby is that they had very different trajectories. So once Chet was placed in that OKC lineup, they went from a play-in team to like a 50-plus win team. Like, he's that good.
Yeah.
With your defense and his ability to stretch. You got to be a stretch 5 now. And he's their defensive anchor on a team full of good defenders.
Yep.
So it's important to note that they were a play-in team the year before Chet started playing. That's how they drafted Casey Wallace in the top 10. That's how good they were, even with Jalen Williams at that rookie year. So once they implemented Chet Holmgren, they became a 50-plus win team, a top team in the
maker
in the West. Yeah,
impact.
just huge difference maker.
Yeah.
So he did not win Rookie of the Year. Wemby won it, but very different circumstances. Wemby is the guy in San Antonio on a tanking team. And I mean, not currently. And Chet was on kind of a contender right when he started playing.
Yeah, he was like the third option.
Exactly. Third, sometimes even fourth option. What do you think's the biggest award Chet Holmgren has won? I'm going to go with Lucas first.
Oh, gosh, put me on the spot. In the NBA or general?
In general.
Probably some type of Conference Player of the Year award.
All right. Uriah?
I say NBA champion. I don't know if that's an award, but
Maurice?
Yeah, that's the biggest you can get, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was thinking individual award, not team award.
Right.
It's sort of unbiased. So, Lucas, you were gone, but guess what? The biggest shock so far, in my opinion, was that Drew Time won the WCC, the Western Conference.
Timmy.
Player.
Drew?
Timmy. Is it Timmy?
Oh, Drew Tim. Yeah, Timmy.
Timmy, yeah.
Yeah.
He won the Player of the Year ahead of him in the WCC.
I mean, look, I am always a big Drew Timmy fan, and he should be getting a real shot.
That guy cooks Summer League. I don't know. They always drag him out there.
You saw him in Summer League? Okay.
Yeah, both. Every year I see him.
He can score a lot.
He's
on some roster, and he's like just.
Yeah. He's on the roster, but he's not playing. He should be, but he's not.
All right, so that's pretty much it for Chet Holmgren. What stands out to you guys?
Like I said now in the intro, impacted winning as soon as he was able to play. Obviously, the OKC Thunder they did the tanking the right way, and they built their franchise.
They weren't tanking. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
tanking?
I've never heard of
That's not
that.
allowed in the NBA.
Yeah. Well,
no, they did it right. They did it 2 years. They would like. And
they got a superstar player that they developed into a superstar thanks to that Paul George trade. Like Lucas said, Holmgren doesn't even really have to be the number one guy. Doesn't have to be a number two guy. Jalen Williams is a number two guy. He could be a third guy. They're so
He's
deep.
the Chris Bosh of this team. He's the Chris Bosh of this
Exactly.
team.
That's a good one. That's a good comparison.
That's a really good one right there. His
Chris
role.
Bosh. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think it's early to figure out his ceiling. I do think that Defensive Player of the Year could be in his reach, just
he
because
has the skill, but Wemby.
I know, but you know how
Wemby doesn't play 65 games.
That's what I was going to say. These guys out here these days in the NBA, they rarely play more than 75 games. So maybe Chet sneaks one in if Wemby misses a couple games.
He would have made all defensive team last year if he had played enough games. Let's be clear. He played 32 games last year. He would have made an all defensive team for sure, almost guaranteed. Look, he's going to get his awards. Just give it like 4 or 5 years. He'll have a nice little stack of accolades.
Yeah.
All right, so that's kind of it. There's not much else to really say about him. I think the sky's the limit. I think he's with such a good franchise, so it should be all right. All right, let's move over to the next guy, Ralph Sampson.
I say in the college years, Coach Terry Holland, I got Miss Holland here with me, Coach Fred Luke Page, Valerie Ackerman that you guys know from the WNBA years, but she was a athlete as well at UVA on the women's side, and love her to death as well. But we had some great times at UVA. I stayed in school because 1, I was on schedule to graduate. 2, my parents were fond. And 3, I really love the game of basketball at that level. You know, although Magic had a coin flip, commissioner. And back then they had a coin flip. If I'd known I was coming to the Lakers, it might have been a different story. Me and Kareem would have played together. We had 2 7-footers that could play. It would have been good. So I enjoy the game immensely. I enjoy the opportunity to be inducted in Shriners. Sometimes I don't feel I'm worthy of that, but let the game speak for itself and people speak for less. But I appreciate the opportunity. I was watching Kareem and his induction, and I went back and watched everyone's up here and says, we have to appreciate the game for the younger guys. And the younger guys appreciate the game and give back. These guys gave back to me when I was younger. Spoke to me. I remember calls from Bill Walton when I was at Sacramento as well, when I was going through some knee injuries. And I think we as older guys have to give back to the younger guys and make them understand what this game is really all about. And it's a very special game. See LeBron out there, congratulations on the Olympic.
So that's Ralph Sampson getting inducted in the Hall of Fame? I believe so.
Yeah.
And we were questioning before the pod, like how he got in the Hall of Fame, and it's his pre-NBA career that sort of got him that.
Yeah.
Like JJ Redick might make the Basketball Hall of Fame, and it's based off like his college career, not his NBA career. All right. So speaking of, he was a McDonald's All-American in 1979, first team parade All-American 1979. He was the ACC Rookie of the Year in 1980. And like we said, he played all 4 years. This is where it gets impressive because think about the college players of the early 80s. You've got Patrick Ewing. You've got Michael Jordan, James Worthy. So he was a 3-time ACC Player of the Year, 1981 to 83. All 3 of those years, Michael Jordan was there. That's really impressive.
Yeah.
How many times do you think he was the National College Player of the Year?
I think it's twice, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Uriah?
I'm going to say 3 times.
Wow. Maurice?
I'm going to say twice.
Uriah, you are correct.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a guess.
So he dominated college. This whole Boston Celtics was an hour back, you said, with $1 million?
Yep.
I get it. Check this out. 3-time National College Player of the Year from 81 to 83. This guy would have been a one and done in today's league.
Oh, yeah.
3-time consensus first team All-American 81 to 83. 3-time ACC Player of the Year 81 to 83. So this guy just dominated college basketball for a long time. And so fascinating that he stayed. Was it 3 years?
No,
did he stay all 4?
Stayed 4 years, yep.
Yeah, that is, he pulled a Tim Duncan, which is very unusual that because he would have been the number 1 pick in previous drafts.
Yeah, if he was playing today, he'd get a boatload of NIL money, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the most impressive thing I think I saw. I didn't realize he dominated, but per what we said, he's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Let's get into the NBA stuff. So was he the NBA Rookie of the Year in 84? This would have been the year before the super draft of Elijah Wan and Barkley and MJ.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure 82, right?
I think he was.
He was?
It was 82, right?
If he wasn't, I'd be very shocked based off the stats.
No, Maurice, he was in the 83 draft. So he 84 would have been his Rookie of the Year.
Yep,
Okay.
84.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
All right. You guys are all correct. He did win NBA Rookie of the Year. We kind of went through the stats. That makes sense. The 21 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the All NBA Rookie team. So he had a really good early part of his career. In his second year, did not realize this. He was All NBA second team.
Yes,
in
he
84,
was.
85.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And so he was All NBA second team. And then
that means, hold up. That means he only lost out to probably Kareem.
He was All NBA second team his second year in the NBA. And then he won the NBA All-Star Game MVP in 1985.
Wow. That's a trivia question right there.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is that, so it was his third year that they made the NBA Finals. It was Hakeem's second year that they sort of kind of no one saw that coming. They beat the Lakers. So with that said, how many times do you think he was an NBA All-Star?
I'll go at 4.
Okay. Maurice?
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 as well.
All right, Lucas?
He agrees.
Lucas he's sneaking a sip of eggnog right now. So.
You guys are all correct. It is 4. So he had 4 straight years before his knees kind of gave out. 84. He got one his rookie year. It was an all-star his rookie year. So till 87. And it appears that health, there's not really much after 87. Sort of that last all-star game was his last accomplishment. So this guy really had a short career.
Yeah.
Really clearly derailed from pretty good career averages, but that was it. He had like a 5-year NBA career, 4-year NBA career of being, dominant. Yeah, what stands out?
Unfortunately, his prime was really cut short, and he could have had a great career. And it's funny because Holmgren started with an injury his rookie year. Pretty sure he had a Liz Frank injury, but since then he's been pretty healthy. Whereas Ralph Sampson, on the other hand, had 4 really good years, and then after that, just didn't play any games. He was always hurt.
I wonder if someone asked him today if he regrets not leaving college earlier so he could have made more money in the NBA. Or is he one of those guys like, oh, no, I don't want to change anything. I love my time at UVA.
Well, he said in the clip, he loved it there. So,
but if you asked him specifically, knowing what you know today, would you have left early? I'd be curious what he would say.
That's a fair question. My question is, what was the knee injury that he had? Does anybody know?
Question. I'll look that up real quick.
Yeah,
because I just, he had a knee injury. And I'm wondering if it's something that could have been fixed today or if it was one of those degenerate knees like, Brandon Roy or Greg Oden.
I'm trying to see. It doesn't really say here much about it.
It says he suffered major cartilage tear in his left knee in 1987.
Cartilage
he underwent
is a
surgery,
meniscus.
but he rushed back to return for the playoffs.
So there you go.
It was
in
a
today's
meniscus.
league. Yeah, in today's league, he would have been probably had a better chance of recovering.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, meniscus tear. Well, I mean, look, an ACL was almost a torn ACL. Really, it was a 50-50 shot if you were coming back as the same player in the 80s. So, and an Achilles, you're done. So, medical stuff has gone a long way. But, you would just wonder if he could have, come back in today's NBA? Maybe. It's hard to say with that size.
Yeah. So, I have a quick anecdote that I'll never forget. I remember when the Lakers were playing the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. It was Game 7, and it was 1 second left on the clock. And everybody's wondering, oh, man, are the Rockets going to defeat the Lakers? Because the Lakers had won multiple chips, and they had Magic and Kareem and Worthy in their prime. And on the last play of the game, literally, they inbound the ball directly to Ralph Sampson, whose back is to the basket. He catches it and contorts his body and just throws up a Hail Mary, 14, 15-footer. It bounces around and goes in. And they advance to the finals to take on Boston. And I remember as a kid, guys, we didn't have cable. We didn't have internet. So I'm 9 years old, and I hear that this play happened to knock the Lakers out, and I couldn't even watch it. I had to read about it in the newspaper.
Yeah.
So there's my Ralph
upset.
Sampson story. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch his interview with All the Smoke.
It's good.
Because I know he recently was on that.
Watch the whole thing. It's really good.
Yeah. These two guys, unfortunately, Ralph because of his short career, and Chet because his career, he's 23. So this is a good comp, though, I think, with how dominant they were.
To start off.
Chet was the National High School Player of the Year, and Ralph Sampson might be the most dominant college basketball player of all time, apparently. Yeah. So, are one of.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna switch it over to Maurice for teammates.
Let's do it.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
He's a world of a better player. Smarter, more physical, game slowing down for him. Everything I expected out of Chet. The talent alone has always been there, but the work ethic is what makes him who he is. He has the timing, he has the size, he has the feel, but there's very few that work more than Chet, if any, and because of that, he's going to make the strides that he is making and is going to continue to make strides.
All right, so that was SGA talking about his teammate Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren was drafted with the second pick in the 2022 NBA draft by the OKC Thunder. Let's get into some of his teammates, and obviously he didn't play his first season. So I'm going to go with the 2023-24 season. That's his rookie year playing. Only played 3 seasons, so I'm just going to run through some of his teammates throughout his first 3 seasons. But I do want to highlight the first season. Man, let me ask you guys, how many wins did they have the year before they won the championship?
The year before, I think it was in the high 50s, like 59.
59?
Yeah, that sounds right. I like that. 59.
Yeah, I'm going to say
it's one of the two.
Yeah, 59 sounds right.
57.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I would like this
Ben
to
was
note
close.
that you're, yeah.
I mean, Lucas is close. Lucas is close. They went
No, we all said
57.
the same thing. That was for us.
Yeah, but you were following my lead, okay?
I was? Oh, okay.
You said,
I wasn't even
59
listening
sounds
to you.
right. 59 sounds right. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, you were following my lead, okay?
All right. You led us astray.
Well, I was close.
All right.
If it was horseshoes or hand grenades, it would have been good.
All right. They went 57-25. Once again, even his rookie year, they've always been good. Chet might be the first player that plays every season with a team and they win 50-plus games. It might happen.
Must be nice.
All right. Lucas, tell me out this one. I can never say their coach's last name. Mark?
Rudy Tom. Oh,
No.
gosh. Rudy.
Dagnall,
No.
right?
Oh, Mark
Dagnall?
Dagnall. Yeah, Mark Dagnall.
Okay. Thank you for that. I
Sorry,
never
I
could
thought you were
pronounce the
talking
name.
about Houston's coach. I was like, I don't know
no.
how to do that one.
And their executive is Sam Presti.
Yeah.
Some of his teammates were, long list of names, Davis Bertans.
You're starting at the top?
Yeah. I mean, that's the B.
No,
so, I mean,
he's doing the alphabet order, right?
Oh,
B,
okay. I
yeah.
thought you were talking about top of the town. I'm about to say, Davis Bertans.
Bertans is the best player on the OKC Thunder.
He might be the best player from his own country, maybe.
he couldn't guard, but he could shoot, though.
Alphabetically,
kind of.
starting at the top.
Bismack Biyombo, Lou Dort. I guess he was kind of like the first player that really started the ball rolling for them being a competitive team. He was like the first guy there, so.
Good defender.
The
Yeah,
torture
good defender.
chamber.
Torture chamber.
Yeah.
I love that.
I forgot about Josh Giddey. He was on that Thunder team
Yep.
before they traded him.
He's playing well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is playing well. Got him in fantasy. He's pretty good. Thank you, Lucas, for telling me to draft him.
There's always a risk, but I know I'm beating Uriah right now in fantasy basketball, so, you know. And I'm beating you in fantasy
I've looked at my
football.
roster once.
Yeah, I
all
can
year.
tell. I can tell.
I'll try better.
Don't be that guy, Uriah.
I'll do better.
All right.
Maybe.
SGA, of course. SGA, Gordon Hayward, Isaiah Joe, Trey Mann, Mike Muscala, Keyshawn Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams, both Jalen Williamses, and Kendrick Williams.
Wow. What a roster of youthful talent. Jeez.
Yeah, they traded for Gordon Hayward to see if he could provide a scoring punch off the bench. He did not like it and retired the year after.
Wow.
Yeah, he did not like that. And by the way, fun fact, Jalen Williams, not the wing, but the big man Jalen Williams, is the last player that will ever wear the number 6 in the NBA because every other team has retired Bill Russell's number.
That's
After he passed away.
Yeah.
So he was grandfathered into the number, so he will be the last one to wear it.
Okay. Good to know. Let's move on to the next season. Let me ask you guys this question. How many wins did they have in their championship season?
67. 6-7.
Okay. I'll go 68.
68?
They won 68, yeah.
It was 68,
16
yeah.
or 14, yeah.
Oh,
you're right,
I feel
right.
forced now.
Same
You did that
coach,
for
same
nothing.
executive. Yeah. You just wanted to say 6-7. He just wants to say
That's
maybe.
exactly what it was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I am the youthful one of the group, even though I have the most rough-sounding voice right now.
The most important additions, because their young guys really were the championship pieces. The only real addition they had was Isaiah Hartenstein. and Alex Caruso, who both
those were two huge additions.
Yes, they were.
Very
yes,
big
they really were.
defensively, yeah.
Yeah, they fit them really well.
Yeah, you
like
switched
perfectly.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I remember Lucas and I talking about a year ago about Hartenstein's fit next to Chet, and I wasn't really sure, and Lucas was right.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because Hartenstein, we know he looked really good in that Knicks run.
Yeah,
like he looked and the thing that stood out to me the most was his ability to screen and pass, and that's just such a glue guy. And then he's got a big body. Like he gave Embiid trouble, and then he did the same thing with Jokic. And the Jokic had the most trouble against Chet and Hartenstein, so that was a huge pickup.
Well, Jokic always struggles with a double big lineup, but
yep.
I will also say this: if we ever were to do a comp on Hartenstein, Joakim Noah would be the guy.
Duh.
Okay, that's it. All right,
that's good enough. All right, so before I get to, I want to talk about his current team. Before I do that, I'm going to ask you guys who won the most games. Now, this is kind of like obvious, but I'm going to give you 4 answers. I'm going to give you have a chance with 4 players because it's all real close. Obviously, all of Thunder. So just give me some names. Who won the most games with Chet Holmgren as a teammate?
SGA.
Okay, that's one.
Definitely SGA and maybe Jalen Williams.
Okay.
I'm going to say both Jalen Williams and not SGA because I know he missed a little bit of time here.
No, SGA is one of them, but there's 3 other players who are right there with him.
Well, both Jalen Williams.
And one more.
Give me a second. Let me think here.
Lou Dort.
Lou Dort, yeah. No, Lou Dort missed time one of those years.
Okay.
Yeah. It can't be Alex Caruso. It can't be Hartenstein. Oh, Kendrick Williams.
That was wrong. But
what?
That's wrong. Way off.
He's been on the wrong. Okay, does it count if they have?
It's Isaiah Joe. Is the other guy?
No, he hasn't been there long enough.
Isaiah Joe was 5th. SGA is number 1 with 105. Kason Wallace is number 2.
Wow,
103.
I would have never thought that.
Well, no, it actually makes sense because they were both rookies the same year.
And number 3 was Aaron Wiggins. 102.
Okay.
All right.
And Lou Dort was 4 for 101.
Oh, okay.
With all those guys, he has like a 73 plus winning percentage. So
that is wild.
That's all he does. All he does is win there. So so overall, which teammate stands out the most? Obviously, you're going to say SGA, but any other teammate?
I'm not.
Are you not? Okay.
I got a different one.
Go ahead, Lucas.
I'm actually going to say Hartenstein. Because without Hartenstein, Chet would still be playing center, and there are matchups where he will get punished as a center. He's not a center in today's game. He does not have the physical build to play center long term in the NBA. He has to play power forward, at least until he beefs up, if he does. He might just be like a KG type of player and just never beefs up, which is fine as well, as long as you get stronger. But, like without Hartenstein, he would be forced to be guarding big men and I don't know if we can still say Joel, but Joel and Jokic, guys like them would punish him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Hartenstein, that's a good one, Lucas. I guess they have their own twin towers.
Yeah, they do.
Defensively, maybe not offensively. I'm going to go with Isaiah Joe. And there's a reason why.
Okay.
Because
curious.
The Thunder got him for nothing. The Sixers waived Isaiah Joe.
There's our reference.
They should have never let him go. But of course, Doc Rivers does not develop young players, doesn't give them a chance. Why are you?
I'm sorry. Your name tag says Uriah, but you're sounding a lot like Ben, so I just wanted to make sure.
Touche. Very, very good. I figured Ben's not here. He had to dip out, so I'll pick up where he left off. He That's probably who he would have said, to be honest with you. But think about it. Isaiah Joe right now he only gets 21 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Maybe 11 points, but he's a 40% 3-point shooter. And at high volume, that makes a difference if they need him in a pinch to come off the bench and give them some solid scoring from beyond the arc. So I'll go with Isaiah Joe, just because I'm still bitter that the Sixers let him go. All right.
Well, him and Charles Bassey. But I also want a side note here. They got this young guy, AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, Ajay Mitchell. This guy, guys, they got him for a steal and a first-round pick like either last year or the year before. This guy has talent.
Oh, yeah?
This guy's going to be good.
Okay.
They're going to be just fine. Like, he could supplant Joe in the rotation in terms of the team sharpshooter because unlike Joe, he's not a defensive liability.
Yeah. Development is going to be key for their team because they're going to lose guys. Because they already signed up most of their big guys, the big three for the future. So they're going to lose some guys. They're going to lose Dort eventually. They're going to lose Keyshawn Wallace. They're going to lose.
Well, they might keep Case on, but they would lose Dort. They would lose Caruso. They're probably going to lose Hardenstein. That's why they drafted that kid from Georgetown or wherever he's from this past year.
All right, so let's move on.
2 games and trailing in a third. Houston's survival depended on an immediate rally. Accepting the challenge were Sampson and Olajuwon, alias the Twin Towers, the most destructive tandem in the NBA. For the first time in the finals, the Twin Towers were playing as a cohesive unit. Houston was
Lucas should take off his hat and do his soul glow dance.
Oh, no, my hair's a mess right now. I can't do it.
To its maximum potential. With 22 rebounds and 24 points, Ralph Sampson vindicated himself from previous criticism.
That music, people don't like it anymore, but I could get down with it.
I love it.
I loved it.
All right, so let's talk about Ralph Sampson, drafted with the first pick in the 1983 NBA draft by the Houston Rockets. Let's talk about some of his teammates. We're going to start off with the 83-84 Houston Rockets, his rookie season. And let's go to, they were really bad his first year. They were 29-53.
Well, how do you think they got the Olajuwon pick?
Well, this is the era where you can be a championship team and get a top 3 pick for some reason.
Well, that's because of bad trades.
Yeah.
Remember, the Clippers traded away like the Charles Barkley pick.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Dude, look at all the picks that teams from Texas have gotten in the past 30, 40 years. Houston, multiple number ones. San Antonio, multiple number ones. Dallas just got a number 1 pick. Something about Texas. Texas
Triangle. Go figure. Their coach was Bill Fitch. Their executive was Ray Patterson.
Okay.
Some of his teammates were some notable names here. Elvin Hayes.
Hey.
Elvin Hayes. That's Lucas.
We got to count for it.
In June. Craig Elo. Rookie year, Craig Elo.
Yeah.
Who's Craig Elo?
Before Cleveland. Craig Elo's the guy in the shot where Michael Jordan hit the game winner.
Oh, so the guy that
Elo was guarding him.
Host. Gotcha.
The guy that fell down.
Yeah.
He's the one that Ron Harper in The Last Dance was mad that he wasn't guarding Jordan. He's like, oh, they put in Craig Elo? And he was like, fuck that bullshit. Ron Harper was hilarious in The Last Dance. Fuck that bullshit.
Who else? Oh, Caldwell Jones.
I'm thinking of Bobby Caldwell for some reason now.
Yeah.
You don't know who Bobby Caldwell is?
The singer?
Yeah, the singer.
Yeah. What you want to do for love?
Yeah.
He was the only.
You don't even want to sing it. You see him?
I do want to sing it, but I can't remember the reason.
Do for love. You tried everything.
Then you thought it was somebody else, and then you see this white man coming out with that vocal range, and
there's like a bunch of reaction videos on YouTube of people finding that out. It's actually pretty good.
He's like Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates. The guy, someone you wouldn't expect to have a voice, even though they're Caucasian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and two names. He said, okay.
I just assumed the Hall & Oates were white guys because, the name.
Oh, well, no. D'Angelo Hall. And Oates.
Anyway, we were going off.
We're getting off track.
Yeah, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
2 more names I want to highlight because they're great names. Major Jones.
Major Jones.
And Wally
Major
Walker.
Payne.
Wally
sorry,
Walker.
say-
See, Ben should be here. Ben would be on the floor right now laughing.
Wally Walker.
Wally Walker.
That's a great name.
John Lucas wasn't on that team?
No, he was not.
Not yet.
Not yet. No. All right, so we're going to move on to the 1985-1986 season. This is the season they beat the Lakers, like Uriah mentioned earlier. They went to the NBA Finals, lost to the Boston Celtics 4-2. They went 51-31 this season. Same coach, same executive. Some of his teammates were against Craig Elo, John Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Robert Reed, and Mitchell Wiggins.
Any relation to any of the Wiggins in the NBA right now?
Pretty sure that's his father.
Hang on.
Which
Pretty
Wiggins?
sure. Mitchell Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his dad, too.
Where did Andrew get all of his height? Mitch Wiggins is only 6'4".
Well, I mean,
That's
that's
a good
still
question.
above average.
Oh, wow. He got suspended from the league for 2 seasons. What did he do?
Mitchell
It
Wiggins?
was I think it was drug related. Houston, that team was plagued with issues with drugs.
Yeah. And this was that era, too, so.
Yeah.
He got traded in 87 for Sleepy Floyd and Joe Barry Carroll.
Really?
Sleepy Floyd.
Yeah.
Sleepy Floyd and Joe Barry Carroll.
Yeah.
Where do they come up with these names? These cannot be their legal names.
Well,
Yeah,
Joe Carroll, that's easy. Barry's his
Okay.
middle name.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sleepy Floyd, I think he always looked sleepy. He had like sleepy eyes or something.
Over under 139. How many wins did Ralph Sampson have with Hakeem Olajuwon? 139 over under.
139 with
How many seasons did they play together?
I will tell you that. They played 4 seasons, yeah. 84
So-
to 88.
139 out of
I'd say over, probably.
yeah, I'll say over because they made a finals run. So yeah, I'll go over.
All right, both of you are
Oh yeah.
Yay.
141.
Hmm.
Now, there's a bunch of other guys up here. Rodney McCray played with Sampson, for 6 seasons with the Rockets and Kings, and they won 185.
Okay.
If you ask anybody who Rodney McCray is, he probably wouldn't know. No offense. No offense.
No, that's fair. I don't know who that is. I don't think there's any connection to these guys because Braxton Key didn't play on the Thunder. So yeah, I don't think there's any connection.
But no, we did. Lucas, remember Maurice said that his dad
Mitchell Wiggins?
played. No. You're talking about a connection between Chet and Ralph Sampson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chet's dad played
Okay.
with
Yeah.
Hakeem, right?
Yeah.
For
In
like,
college.
but still, there's a small connection.
4 degrees of
disgusted
separation.
right now.
A little bit.
4 degrees of separation. All right, let's move on. Last team. Of course, 87, he was traded to the Golden State Warriors. Like I mentioned, this was not a good team. He got traded to purgatory at this point. The Golden State Warriors were coming along. They won 20 games, lost 62.
Ooh, ouch.
Their coach was George Karl and Ed Gregory. Their executive was Jack McMahon and Don Nelson.
Oh, okay. Donnie Nelson,
Yeah.
George Karl, young George Karl at that
Yep.
point.
Some of his teammates were Rod Higgins,
Okay.
Chris Mullin. 3rd year Chris Mullin.
Young Chris Mullin, yeah.
Yeah. Otis Smith, Terry Teagle. Here's another name for you. Kermit Washington.
There was a
Ooh.
guy named Kermit in the NBA.
Yeah, he got decked out by he decked out Tom Donovich.
Tom Donovich. Yeah.
Almost killed him, right? Like
Oh,
he's
know
the
what?
guy
I
that
did
punched
hear
him in
about
the face. Yeah.
that. Yeah, and almost had his nose bone go up into his brain, right?
Yeah, that's hard to watch.
Yeah.
That punch.
Yeah. That was a notable name. He was an all-star player, 2-time defensive team, and didn't play in the NBA for 5 seasons before this
Wow.
run with the Golden State Warriors.
Jeez.
So I'm assuming that had something to do with it.
Decent chance.
Yeah. To wrap this up, which teammate stands out the most in the career of Ralph Sampson? Like Chet Holmgren, there's an obvious answer, but
Yeah.
give me something different.
Yeah, the low-hanging fruit, as Lucas likes to say, would be Hakeem. I'm assuming he would say that. I'm going to go take a different route, Maurice. I know you mentioned a lot of teammates, but you mentioned a trade that completely escapes my memory. But Joe Barry Carroll, I was curious. I'm like, you got a guy who came in as a freshman, 20 and 11, and went to the finals with Hakeem. They traded him off for Joe Barry Carroll. And I was like, who? I know who he was, but I don't know his numbers. He averaged, at the time that he was traded, 21 points a game for the Golden State Warriors. 21 points a game. Not that many rebounds, about 6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.8 blocks. Yeah, Joe Barry Carroll was a player. Now, I guess his fate would have it, the very next year, his numbers started dipping. He went from averaging 20 points a game. Yeah. So it looks like they both kind of suffered the same fate in NBA.
Yeah, I think they just had a lot more faith in Hakeem and his progression as the center.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to go with John Lucas. You think, first off, he's a point guard, right?
Yep.
Point guards always like feeding the ball, but more importantly, he's a character guy. You talk about, like, he's the guy that players who have rough edges go to in the NBA, at least for my, formative years as an NBA watcher. When you were listening to games, you're like, oh, well, this guy, he had a rough summer, so he wanted to have camp with John Lucas, and he gave him these skills in order to help him develop as a man. And that's kind of what I think of. So no, John Lucas III never played on the Thunder.
No,
he is that go-to person with basketball players because he basically fell into the trap of drug addiction. And it was, I remember as a kid thinking, like, what's going on in Houston with these guys getting strung out on drugs? And he had to, I guess, hit rock bottom before he could rise from the ashes and now use his experience and wisdom to mentor the younger players. So I think that contributed to his rise of being this OG. Like, let's listen to him because we don't want to follow that same path and make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
And with that said, that's the end of our teammate section. Let's get on home, guys.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Chet Holmgren and Ralph Sampson, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion. It's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, nbanowandthen.com. Also visit our website and sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget that you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Chet Holmgren on Twitter at Chet Holmgren and Instagram at Chet_Holmgren.
And you can follow Ralph Sampson on Twitter X at Ralph Sampson 50 and also on Instagram at the same handle at Ralph Sampson 50. Okay, gents. To everyone listening out there, please tune in next week for a huge category episode where we debate who will make the final spot in our Mount Rushmore of 1990s power forwards. This has been NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Deuces.
Peace. Well, I'm pretty sure he stood out just for being tall. Besides that, yeah, I mean, good program. Good, what's the right word? Good, help me out. What's the word? My mind
Good
blank.
genes, good development, good coaching.
Yeah, good coaching.